train to death. The old Westbridge station was a shadow of its former self. Once a bustling hub for travelers, it now lay abandoned, a forgotten relic surrounded by rumors of death and the inexplicable. Few dared to venture near, and those who did never returned. Jake, a thrill seeker with a penchant for urban exploration, decided the station would be his next adventure. Armed with a flashlight and camera, he arrived at midnight, the air thick with a strange metallic tang. The station's iron gates groaned loudly as Jake forced them open, their rusty hinges protesting. The platform was eerily quiet, cloaked in shadows that danced under his wavering flashlight. Decayed posters peeled from the walls, and graffiti marked the remnants of human presence. As Jake moved deeper into the station, he felt a strange unease. A faint sound caught his attention, a slow, rhythmic thud echoing through the vast emptiness. Curious, he followed it to the edge of the platform, where an old train sat idle on the tracks, its windows shattered and its body rusted beyond recognition. Jake hesitated but stepped inside. The air inside the train was suffocating, a mix of mildew and rot. The flickering light of his flashlight revealed shredded seats, broken glass, and dark stains splattered across the floor. He raised his camera to capture the eerie sight. Click. The flash illuminated the carriage for a split second. Jake froze. In the brief light, he saw movement, a shadow darting past the far end of the train. His pulse quickened. "Hello?" he called, his voice trembling. The train was silent except for the faint sound of something dragging across the floor. Jake's flashlight flickered, and he smacked it desperately. When the beam steadied, he saw them. Figures emerged from the darkness, skeletal, rotting, their faces twisted in eternal agony. Their clothes hung in tatters, and their milky, lifeless eyes locked onto him. Jake stumbled backward, tripping over a torn seat. The camera fell from his hands, shattering on impact. The zombies moved slowly but deliberately, their guttural growls filling the confined space. Jake scrambled to his feet and ran for the exit, his heart pounding like a drum. As he leaped onto the platform, the train doors slammed shut with a deafening clang. For a moment, he thought he was safe. Then the windows shattered, and the undead poured out like a tide of decay. Jake sprinted down the platform, his flashlight swinging wildly. The station's exit loomed ahead, but the iron gates were locked tight. He rattled them in desperation, screaming for help. The zombies were closing in, their rotting hands reaching, their moans a chorus of death. Jake climbed onto a rusted signpost at the only refuge in sight. Below him, the undead gathered, their mouths snapping hungrily. As the first rays of dawn broke through the station's shattered roof, Jake's screams faded into silence. The station returned to its eerie stillness, the train once again idle, waiting for the next unlucky visitor to board. Westbridge Station had claimed another soul, and its legend grew darker with every passing day.